All right, let's tune into this ego check. Less of this, more of that. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty truth to find out, are you who you say you are? Are you who you think you are? This ego check is simply meant to be exactly what it is advertised as, an ego check, to see if you are perceiving yourself and or a situation accurately. This is meant to correct you where you could be potentially harming yourself by refusing to see something or refusing to do something. Whatever is meant to come out here, I am not going to hold it back. This is a reading intended for truths that are necessary in order to get you to progress. All praise to the Most High. Thank you for the joyous love and light. But most importantly, paired with the truth, we have 3 groups here, and I actually pre-pulled the cards, which I haven't done in a very long time. That's actually how I started the channel. I know that sometimes people feel like, oh, you're cheating, you're picking cards. I don't do that. If you think I'm doing that, just don't watch the channel. I don't care. All right, so no long talking. Let's go ahead and get into this pick a card reading, this ego check. Are you who you think you are? Let me help you out by channeling what Spirit wants you to bring more of and what Spirit wants you to do less of. Leaving all expectations at the door, ushering in only the highest and greatest light, Christ-like energies to enlighten us at this time. And let's go ahead and move forward. We have group number 1. I'm not going to name the crystals that are on the other side here. Just use the imagery, the colors, whatever calls to you. Group number 2. And group number 3. If you would like to book a personal reading, hit the very first link in the description box. Head on over to thegoddessoftheunknown.com to book your personal reading today. If you would like to donate to the channel, there is a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, check out everything that's linked and labeled down below, because I'm pretty sure all of your questions can be answered there, or you can find out how you can locate me for questions. But if you selected one or more of these groups, I will see you there, and let's get into it. Bye. Group number 1 that resonates with this crystal here. I'm hearing that something takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage. Divine timing and synchronicities have been your best friend. Let me lay out your cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. There's something about a perfect opportunity. Feeling like you have to jump on this quickly, yet for some reason there's reluctance or hesitancy. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. What will I lose? Let me pull this one card on camera. There's a reason that this happens. And I did it for every group like that, so. What is this ego check about? Something that may look better than it feels. Or clinging on to something extremely temporary, the Magician, or receiving false hope. Rejection just came through here. Okay, so here's it. Here's what it is. Ego check. How often do you find yourself jumping at something, jumping at an opportunity, not because it feels good or it feels right, but because you feel some sort of lack if you say no, or you'll feel like you're letting someone down if you say no, or you'll feel like you'll be misjudged or misguided if you say no. Yeah, we have power here. This is the Strength card. How often do you agree to something just so that it makes it feel like you have power in this situation? When in reality, if you really were listening to your inner power, that inner growl, you wouldn't agree to this, or you would negotiate. Forest breath. This is giving me like breathing dragon energy. Like, what do you actually want to say? What do you actually feel? What do you actually want to do? Where do you actually want to go? Wow! Hold on, guys. Hold on. Because this is a really big deal here, as I was just emphasizing this lion energy, and the lion animal spirit comes out here. This is the energy that you're being called to embrace more of. More fearlessness. And if you've watched this channel before, you already know that this is nothing new for cards to come out completely synchronized in the way that they did here. I did not glance at any of these cards as I pulled them, but for the lion spirit animal to come through twice, and for me to emphasize that before the lion even came through, be generous of spirit, you are really being called to trust that gut feeling that you have. There's this energy of not doing something, or agreeing to do something that you don't want to do simply because it makes you feel like you have power. Because, I don't know, it's like you find power in bringing other people joy, but completely ignoring your own sense of joy. Group number 1, your main call here, ego check, is to stop holding back so much, especially when you have the golden sentence or the golden ticket or the golden opportunity for someone to receive, for you to reach one, to teach one. I'm getting this energy of group number 1. Your ego tells you to be quiet more often than not. Your ego tries to tell you that you're not skilled enough for this. Your ego tries to tell you that you're too young for this. Your ego tries to tell you this. Your ego tries to tell you that. So let's do less inner dialogue, inner doubt. Let's be more about that action. If it's coming from a place of love and it's genuine and it's true to you, express it. I'm seeing that a lot of moments come up where you want to say something, but you're like, it's not worth it. My opinion doesn't matter. Even if you don't say these exact words to yourself, you letting it go is exactly what you are saying to yourself. Take your power. Your power is in your breath. I called you a dragon, that lion roar. You are calling out to be heard. This King of Pentacles being at the center of your reading with the Ace of Pentacles, you have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have something to share, you have a voice to share, you need to be heard. And what needs to be heard the most from you has something to do with your woes. I don't know if this is you sharing your story, or if this is you giving someone specific advice or guidance because you've been through something already. Like, your experience is meant to assist someone, to give them strength. It's like the very thing that you are struggling with right now is the very thing that you're going to use to empower and strengthen other people. The very thing that you are afraid to do, share your voice, is the very thing that's going to save you and everyone else involved in this equation. Something about 45 years or 45 days, something like that. We have Shungite, discipline. I practice the art of discipline, and it brings freedom to my soul. Freedom. Discipline. Discipline is a word that is being circled right now, highlighted right now with me, with commitment. Committing to sharing your inner wisdom when you feel guided to. Committed, also disciplined to freely, freedom to my soul, express your soul's truth. I just heard to freely express your soul's algorithm. You have a way of figuring something out or deciphering something that needs to be heard because it's going to assist other people in their own situations. You sharing your voice, yes, as small as you think it is much mightier and can be heard much further beyond what the eye can see. Sometimes it's not even about someone hearing what you said, but it's about the energy expressed in that moment. That energy vibrates way higher, way longer, way further than words. It's like you having the courage to take in and embrace the energy to say what you mean and mean what you say encourages another soul that has some sort of connection to you from another life, or just from you guys having the same zodiac sign, or from you guys seeing the same TV show, or from you guys being on the internet at the same time, crossing paths at the same time. That one moment, those many moments where you feel that courage to share your voice, is inspiring the next man, inspiring the next man, inspiring the next, the next, the next, the next, the next. Even if you never, ever, ever come into contact with them physically in this 3D world, we are all connected. Again, because we are all on this one frequency of time, space continuum, we're all pulling from the same collective energy. That's why you activating one energy within yourself helps someone else to activate that energy within themselves. It's like as soon as one of us is able to tap into it from the 5D and bring it down to the 3D, so can the next person. So it becomes easier the more people that are willing and able and brave enough to tap into these energies. That's how we grow as a collective. That's how we teach. That's how we learn. That's how we free ourselves. But you have to be disciplined, aka committed enough to expressing the freedom within your spirit, within your soul. It starts with you. So interestingly enough, your ego in this case has hyped you up and then gaslit you back down. As the ego does, that's what it does, honestly. But that's where awareness and soul depth and spiritual knowledge and attainment and wisdom comes in. That's why we have all of these moving parts of this whole, because it's all necessary. Just like it's being called here for you to accept that all parts and sides of you are necessary. Necessary to be heard, necessary to be shared, necessary to be respected. This group really needs to look at their ego and say, yes, I know that I do not know everything, but I also do know that I have a voice that needs to be heard. I do have opinions that need to be shared. I do have a shift to start. Everyone starts their own shift, or everyone contributes to a shift. You are part of this shift, so tap in. Any last minute messages? There are some last minute projects that some of you are working on. I'm seeing that this is something tangible that you're being called to work on, like a poem or a book, or for some of you, it's like it's time to finish watching a specific movie or a documentary that you were watching. It's time to follow through with something. This is contributing to sharing your voice. Oh, excuse me. Take that as confirmation. Okay. I love confirmation burps in the reading. All right. Spirit, is that all? I'm hearing no, and then I'm being brought to the side of wands. Listen to your inner voice. It knows more than you give it credit for. I see that this group has a fear of impulsion. You're a very grounded, cool, calm, and collected individual, but there's this fire, this passion, this cardinal energy within you that's wanting to fly, that's wanting to spark something. Let it be. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be loved by all. Like whatever this is that you're creating, or whatever this environment is, or whatever this is, it's not meant to be loved and liked by all. It's meant to be created by you, period. It's meant to be said by you. It's meant to be done by you. Even if it triggers a few people, it's something that's positive in the long run, in the long haul. Pleasing yourself automatically pleases everyone else. Valuing your opinion is so important here. I can't stress that enough. Valuing and sharing your opinion is so important here. And again, it's great that your ego is like it's checking itself here, because it's like, I don't want to be too impulsive. That's the beauty of this. We want that what's that energy? That maturity, if you will. We want that maturity to be reflected in our actions, to show and prove that we are acting from a place of love, truth, and spiritually being moved by the highest light. There's nothing wrong with that little hesitation, but I get that you feed into that hesitation a little bit too often, which leads into procrastination, or leads into holding on to something for so long that it's now wasted. It goes unnoticed. Share your ideas, share your opinions more often. I feel like this group probably will find yourself molding and shifting the way in which you share your ideas or your opinions. That's fine, but start somewhere. All right, this is all that I have for you. Sending you so much love, so much life. If you selected another group, I will see you there. If you would like to book a personal reading, the goddessoftheunknown.com is the very first link in the description box. If you would like to donate to the channel, there is a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar. Always appreciated, never required. But like I said, if you select another group, I will see you there. But if not, take care, be well. Bye. Group number 2, your message isn't, okay. Well, your message is coming in very clear, but clearly I'm not speaking very clear, all right? Your message is very clearly stating that, yes, there are people watching you, yes, there are people observing you, but your ego has you thinking that it's more hate than there is love. For someone here, multiple people here, take it as it resonates, it's easier for you to accept that they are judging you harshly than for you to accept that they are viewing you from a vulnerable lens, seeing what or how something truly transformed you. It's easier for your ego to think that they're looking at you to critique and judge you, when in reality they're looking because they are in awe of the transformation. I'm seeing that you went from a vulnerable space to a strengthened era here. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The Five of Wands. The King of Swords. Something about money. I literally heard dinero, like the word money in Spanish, but let me get one tarot card from here. I ended up pulling just one card from the Modern Witch Tarot deck for every group, when I know that I needed 2, but apparently one card needed to be pulled on camera. Queen of Wands. The Ace of Wands. I'm hearing that something is dangerously similar. This is giving me think like a man energy. So this could be talking about, yes, it's good to understand how the enemy or the other one is thinking. Five of Wands is what makes me think enemy or the competition. Yes, it's good to know how the competition is thinking. But if you focus on that too hard, you then become the competition's shadow. Passion ignited. There's that Ace of Wands showing up again. Lake stillness. And vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Yep. This has everything to do with observation. Every little detail. Clarity and conciseness or precision. Yeah, that Knight of Swords with this King of Swords energy, a lot of precision. Okay, so this could be talking about... Okay, this is more laser focus. We want more. So ego is saying more laser precision, more laser vision, more laser focus, more tunnel vision. More finding your zen, more finding your starting point, more finding your peace. Less of trying to pick at the nitty-gritty. You could even feel picked at or picked apart, or like a science project being examined, picked apart, exhumed. So there's something here that your ego makes you think that you are being picked apart, examined from a science perspective when it's actually out of admiration. So, ego check. Are you who you think you are? Yes, but with more love. That fire in you, I feel that you think is perceived one way, is really just perceived as ambition, passion, drive, willingness to get it done no matter what. Self-driven. There's something about needing to redefine the way that you perceive a certain aspect of yourself, and it's definitely this fire energy, like this, let's go, let's get it, we got it. Like, I'm not giving up until it's done. There's some sort of negative narrative or connotation that your ego keeps feeding to yourself about this drive. And the way that Spirit's explaining this, it's like, I don't even know how you are describing it to yourself or allowing other people to describe you, but Spirit won't even let me touch on that. They're like, all you need to focus on is that this energy is actually passion, laser-like precision, focus, and tunnel vision, and willingness to get anything done in any conditions. Making something out of nothing. That's all that this is. Whatever this fire, this passion, this thing that I feel like it could just be labeled as aggression. Let's see what this card says. Hiddenite, gratitude. I am grateful, and this loving energy fills every single cell of my being. Yeah, I feel like you have a heightened sense of gratitude and joy, which gives you a more energized perspective in life, which can be perceived as aggressive or like too hands-on. I don't know. I don't know where this negative connotation is coming from, because honestly, it's just giving like someone with high stamina, high regards, high standards. And someone who doesn't expect these things without work. there's heavy emphasis there, is that these things are not expected without work. These things are expected, but matched expectation with reward, I guess. I don't know. Like, you're at the level in which you expect to receive from. You're already there. Anything else? Something about your quiet time, not being ashamed of that or talked out of that. Meditation time. Something about high regard keeps coming through here. High regard. I'm hearing that your ideas are blessed, favored, and highly regarded in many settings. I'm hearing something about an illness that you are assisting with. This is someone else who's sick. This could be an elder. If they're not like sick, it's like they just need more help. They're less independent, and you're very gung-ho about this or this person, or you bring life to this person. There's something about life here. And transmuting energy, I guess. Transferring of energy. Yeah, single cell of my being. Something about like a blood transfusion. I don't know, like, if that's just a random message for someone. Or someone's gonna find like a blood match or a match or their type or something like this is coming through. This is giving mitochondria, the powerhouse, the cell. You know, the powerhouse of the cell is the mitochondria. That's what this is giving here. Like, your ego check here is honestly to let you know that, yeah, you kind of are the light of this person's life, or the energetic source in this person's life, like with this stillness surrounded by passion, ignited and nothing is wasted. Someone who feels like they have nothing left, or just bleh, they feel you bring so much love and life to them, that like almost like the sense of like worth living for. This could definitely be an elder, a father, a mother, a grandfather, an older sibling, I don't know, but someone older than you feels like you are the light of their life, and you just have no idea how much joy just your existence brings them. You really light people up. Like, even if this isn't a specific person, you really light people up. Driven precision. This is your main point of interest. Driven and precision. I don't care how this is negatively labeled in your mind or in your world, but I'm telling you, whatever this message is attributing to, it's referring to the fact that you should not be looking at this as something negative. This is actually one of your positive attributes that's going to get you out of something. It's like these Five of Wands here, like fighting some sort of barrier that as soon as you get through that, everything comes, everything happens then. And you have all the energy in the world, the powerhouse of the cell. Like, there's something here about you being the health, like the air in the lungs, the water in the body, the blood in the veins, the nourishment of the food, I don't know, there's just something about like being a vital point here. So ego check, are you who you think you are? Absolutely yes, but add more love. The perspective in which you are perceived is more loving than what you anticipate. It's less judgment, more admiration, and true interest. Yeah, you pique people's curiosity, so they might tend to pry or snoop or ask a lot of questions or this and that. They're really trying to see like what makes your gears turn. Like, what is it? Like, they're trying to find that thing that makes you different, because you are just that different. So your ego check is really just calling you to redefine something that was labeled as ugly or unacceptable in your life. All right, this is all that I have for you, group number 2. If you selected another group, I will see you there. Sending you so much love, so much life. If you would like to book a personal reading, at the very first link in the description box, goddessoftheunknown.com, to book your personal reading today. If you would like to donate to the channel, there is a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar. Always appreciated, never required. But until next time, take care. Be well. Bye. Group number 3, if you selected this stone card, then this is your reading. There's something hesitant about this reading. Like, I feel like I want to say something, but I'm not even giving myself the time to get to know what it is that the energy is trying to tell me. Let's see. Yeah, the 8 of Cups. Wow. Dismissing something before having all the facts. The Queen of Pentacles reverse. And the 8 of Swords reverse. Double 8s. Ooh, triple 8s. The 8 of Cups reverse now. Let's shuffle. For every group, I only pulled 1 card from this deck when I meant to get 2. So there's, for some reason, 1 card was meant to be pulled on camera. We already have 3 8s on the board, y'all. There's a new cycle formulating here. And yeah, the Page of Swords. It's requiring a new... It's requiring development of old skills, new approach to old skills, new approach to old dreams. It's a new approach to something that's not so new. A new approach to working with people. A new approach. I don't know. For some of you, I feel like this is about you examining or evaluating the way in which you try to correct something or correct people. I feel like you're thinking that you come across as too terse, like too honest, too straight to the point, to where you overwhelm the person, the heart chakra, but it doesn't come across that way. So you feel like something that you're saying or doing comes across much more harsh than it does. Whale breach. It's like you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. But then you kind of like let it go. You're like, you know what, whatever. I feel like you are comparing two situations that don't need to be compared. Like your ego is saying like, oh, you see how you're handling this, that's why this didn't work out. When in reality, that didn't work out because that's how it was meant to go. It wasn't meant to work out. It's like you're daring to believe in your footsteps in the direction that you're taking, but there's this echo that's like, oh, are you sure that you're going in the right direction? Are you sure that you're following your heart? Are you sure that you're doing this? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? There's this lack of a backing here, lack of investment. It's like we're taking the path less traveled with absolutely no support. You're looking for an investor here. You have to invest in yourself first. For some reason, there's a disconnect here where there's like this fool energy. Like, yeah, like you're completely ready to go out there and do this for yourself, but you have no backing. Whether this is financial, material, spiritual support backing. But it starts with you. There's something within yourself that is not allowing you to invest in yourself fully. It's like you're always waiting on a plan B, or you're always waiting to have to compromise here. Come on, Panther Spirit, the number 44. Reclaim your power. Technically in the reverse, but I'm going to keep it in the upright. I couldn't be more on point with the explanation there. Dare I, yes, be brave enough to go in that direction, but dare I be brave enough to put my money where my mouth is? This card says, Divine Temple Crystal Source. I am deeply connected to and an expression of the divine source of the universe. So if this is the case, why not put your money where your mouth is? This is really, I don't know, maybe for some of you this is literally about money. Like you're not investing in something that you claim to believe in, or you're not investing in yourself or this dream or this whatever this thing is. Or it's just empty promises. Oh my gosh, 4, 4, 4. And let me rephrase that, not empty promises. Empty thoughts, empty beliefs. You're being called to back what you have to say more often. Like if you have a 5-year goal, don't brush it off and be like, yeah, but if I don't make it, da da da. No, like tell us, how are you going to invest your all, your time, effort, your energy, your money to make sure that you can get as close to achieving this goal as possible, as opposed to just kind of like brushing it to the side. Whale, breach. Dare to actually make those plans and act on them as if you cannot fail. Eight, 8, 8, and 4, 4, 4 coming up in your reading with Divine Temple Crystal Source. There's like magical juju in your footsteps, and you got to trust that. That's what this reading is calling you to do. So ego check. Are you who you say you are? You talk a big game, but now Spirit wants you to back that up. Put your money where your mouth is. Like if you believe that you could be successful in something, prove that by going to do what you think you have to do to be successful in that. You say that you want to be a famous artist. Well, get to painting. Get to promoting. Get to doing this. Get to doing that. Get to it. There's nothing to it but to do it kind of energy here. And also, this is about daring to be different here as well. The more eccentric you are in some case, the more authentic you are being to yourself. It's like you're questioning where something is coming from, or you're questioning the validity or the sanity of something. Who cares? Artists are not meant to be normal. Creators are not meant to be normal. You're literally creating things from the ethers, from dreams, from people, places, and things that you've come across, your experiences. It's not supposed to look like your neighbors. When you are channeling from the Divine Temple Crystal, the true source, it's not going to look like your neighbors. Because most likely your neighbors are trying to copy off of you. Put your money where your mouth is, believing yourself a little harder, investing yourself a little longer, a little deeper. Reach into your pockets a little bit deeper if you truly believe. Okay? This is all that I have for you. I'm sending you so much love, so much life. Group number 3. If you select another group, I will see you there. But if not, if you'd like to book a personal reading, hit the very first link in the description box, thegoddessoftheunknown.com. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar linked right below, thegoddessoftheunknown.com, which is where you can book a personal reading, like I just said. Okay? I just always like to say that because people always ask, no matter how many times I say it. But sending you so much love, so much life. Like I said, if you picked another group, see you there. But if not, take care, be well. Bye.